manage. Yeah. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider. Guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me. That is the moment that I return. Don't clock in, I don't count hours. I won't leave, won't hit the showers. Won't stop till I get my flowers. Yeah. Hate or doubt, don't know what's cuter. Count me out, you need a tutor. Won't shut down, I'm no computer. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider. Guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me. That is the moment that I return. A battle cry for the nights that really I could have died. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Every time that I ever broke down and I cried. Ayo, ayo, ayo. To the people who try to make me run, make me hide. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Told me that they love me, but in the end they lied. Ayo, ayo, ayo. I gotta push forward, I'm never hitting reverse. Ayo, ayo, ayo. To the woman who led me, I've never seen her since birth. Ayo, ayo, ayo. To the people who told me I'm stupid and I was dumb. Ayo, ayo, ayo. And to those who told me what I would never become. Ayo, ayo, ayo. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider. Guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me. That is the moment that I return.
This week, Target Circle members save an extra 10% on all organic fresh veggies. So go ahead, freshen up mealtime with delicious favorites like bell peppers, celery, and great tomatoes any day of the week. Target's everyday low prices mean affordable family fun for everyone.
When your workout ends, ours begins. Core Power is fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs, when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power.
Making paper like Michael, I'm feeling like a boss. Never took a break, not Rachel and Ross. They've been too biased, they can get crossed. 815, now it's time to get lost. Henny in your system, a system like Dennis. Yes, I found a lane like my last name, Bennis. Going Bill 9, so they can deny. Yes, I've been cooking in a lab like a chemist. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah. A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy. And I ain't got shame, that's just me being frank. I invested in myself like a shark, no tank. I made it through the weeds like Nancy, no dank. Till the day I get a Grammy saying who I wanna thank. If y'all ain't talking dope, then y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip-hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me. But my lines burn after reading like Bradley. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah. A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back and
Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good it
Because
is.
he just knocked dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good.
I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me,
They're
I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're at edge. Holy shit! What the hell just happened? What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Thursday, September 16th, 2021. Hope everybody's been having a good week, getting closer to that weekend. I got a pretty good slate of baseball games today. Also got Thursday night football tonight, which I'm looking forward to. It's always good when there's some football on. I think there might even be one college football game on tonight as well. All right, before we get started, don't forget, catch Easy Money, sports betting show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Got started a little bit late. They had some stuff going. How you doing today, Eric?
Not too bad, not too bad. Ready for a weekend of sports?
Oh, yeah. Got UFC on Saturday. Week 2 of football should be good. College football.
Yeah. Tonight we have the Giants in the Washington football team.
Also have Ohio against Louisiana Lafayette in college football. Ohio Bobcats
Against the Raging Cajuns.
But we'll start today with some baseball, and then we'll get back to the football. First game we have for today would be the Rockies at the Braves. Braves are -1.5 on the run line, -180 money line. Rockies are +152 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 8. The Rockies won the first 2 games of the series. The Rockies have also won 5 of their last 6 on the road, which is kind of interesting since they have one of the worst road records in the league. Marquez is starting for the Rockies. Rockies have won 6 of Marquez's last 8 starts. Anderson for the Braves. He's 4-1 at home, so he pitches pretty well at home. I like the Braves here just a lot because of I think their offense at home is going to be better than Rockies' offense on the road. I mean, Rockies are the worst road team in the league. They've won 5 of the last 6 on the road, so they're due to lose. So I would lean toward the Braves at the -180 on the money line.
Yeah, I'd definitely go with the Braves on that.
Next game we have is the Reds at the Pirates. Reds are -1.5 on the run line, -178 money line. Pirates are +150 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 8. Pirates have won the first 2 games of this series. The Reds have been playing fucking terrible. I don't see how they have the Reds as a fucking favorite after the way they're playing. We did score some runs, but we're giving up too many runs now. But all that saying, I'm still going with the Reds because Tyler Mahle is on the mound. He's been solid all season. Really only had like one start where he got roughed up real bad. And this Overton for the Pirates, it's Brault for the Pirates. It's going to be pitching, and he's 0-3 with a 5.86 ERA. Mally's 11-5 with a 3.73 ERA. I like the Reds here at the -178 money line. I see the Reds getting back on track today.
Yeah, you would think they would. I'm surprised that the Pirates really have played the Reds how they have the last 2 games.
Our Pirates have been pounding the ball, dude. Their offense has got hot all of a sudden.
You know what? I mean, I low-key like the Pirates, man, because I watch a lot of the players come up through the Indianapolis Indians organization, I go to a lot of their games, and
Pitcher they had pitching the other night was actually from Indianapolis. Peters. I think it was from Cathedral, if I remember right.
I think so.
Did
Yeah,
you have?
I mean-
Oh, go ahead.
I like I like watching the Pirates. I mean, mainly just because I'm real familiar with a lot of their players, kind of. But
But they're the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league. And
Yeah.
and the Reds are just fucking, man.
they're on
You're
they're
right.
on a late season collapse.
The Reds,
man.
yeah, they're only 5 games over 500 now
Yeah,
because we've lost like 10 of our last fucking 13, and we're right there in the playoff.
they were like
race.
5 games from first place, or from leading their division, anyways.
At one time they were. Now they're way behind leading the division, but they're like, I think now they're probably a game back on the wild card now since they've lost the last 2 nights.
They need to get their heads out their ass. That's for sure. telling you. Why do the Reds keep doing this every year? Any year that they have, it seems like they got a decent squad and they got a legitimate chance to make a good playoff run. They end up having a late season collapse.
One thing that's hurting them is not having Winker, but it ain't hurting them that much.
No.
The bullpen's terrible, and I don't care for the manager. I've been saying that for the Reds have lost 4 in a row. Farmer hit a home run last night in the 8th inning to tie the game up, and then they end up losing. I mean, they just can't. I don't know.
Yeah,
The night before they got down 6-0, came back, lost 6-5. Just
it's that bullpen mainly is their main.
And the last 2 nights, the starters didn't pitch great. Like Gutierrez didn't pitch bad, but they were hitting them. And then the night before, Miley gave up 3 runs in the first inning. That never happens with Wade Miley on the mound. So the next game you have the Athletics against the Royals. Oakland's -1.5 on the run line, -118 money line. Royals are +100 on the money line. Over or under for this game is set at 10. You got Blackburn on the mound for the Athletics. Lynch on the mound for the Royals. I like the Athletics here. Royals are up and down team. And the Athletics, I think, have a little bit of a pitching advantage in this game. So I would lean toward the Athletics at the -118 on the money line.
That Lynch though, he's 7-2. Or the team is 7-2, my bad, in their last 9 starts. And Lynch has looked pretty good so far. I don't know, I think if there's one if you wanted to take one on this one, I'm not so sure I wouldn't take the A's on this one. Or Kansas City, my bad. Just because of Lynch. I mean, Lynch has been pitching really good, but I don't know if they'll have enough offense to back him up.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's the only thing that worries me is the Royals' offense.
So,
Angels at the White Sox. White Sox are -1.5 on the run line, -178 money line. Angels are +150 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5.
the Angels beat the Sox yesterday, didn't they?
I believe. Okay, on here it's saying that Cobb is starting for the Angels, but on the thing I was online earlier, it was saying that Ohtani was starting tonight.
That makes a big difference. I mean, if Ohtani's starting, then that maybe gives you a chance to go for the Angels. I mean, because he can be such a dominant pitcher,
Yeah.
and then he can be dominant with his bat also. So.
I'm looking real quick to see to double check, but from what I saw, it said Ohtani was on the mound. Top stories.
I wouldn't think it. I feel like Otani just pitched. Like it shouldn't be his turn in the rotation yet. I don't know, it might be though.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason I'm not. Usually it tells me, but
I guess you got to go by what they got on FanDuel, because that's the one that's making the odds on it. Or
yeah.
man, did you hear about that high school kid?
Yeah.
Who signed to Louisville and hasn't even thrown a pitch in high school yet? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if Otani's pitching, that changes my thoughts on this game a little bit, but I can't find for sure. Okay, let me get back to where I was at. If Otani's not pitching, I would lean toward the White Sox, definitely.
Yep.
White Sox play better at home. I kind of like the over the 8.5 on this game as well.
Yeah, both teams can score runs. Like I said, and especially if Otani's in the lineup, then they're really. I mean, but that'll change the odds though on it. If he ends up pitching, I say maybe it's not him.
Yeah. Next game, we got the Padres at the Giants. Giants are -1.5 on the run line, -196 money line. Padres are +164 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 8.
I think that's easily achievable.
Padres have lost 5 in a row, and 13 of their last 19. Padres have been hitting 196 over the last 30 days. Gosman's on the mound for the Giants, but Gosman has struggled some since the All-Star break. He has a 4.55 ERA since the All-Star break. But I even with Gosman on the mound, I like the Giants here. Giants offense has been a lot more productive than what the Padres offense has been over the last month. Yeah, I like the Giants on the money line here.
Padres beat them last game and broke their winning streak. Broke the Giants' win streak. I think this will be a really good game because I don't think the Padres are going to stay losing and playing that bad for the rest of the season. I mean, they've surely got to do something to bust that slump. And who knows, playing maybe against the best team in baseball will make you bust that slump because you gotta step it up.
Yeah.
You're not playing the Orioles tonight. You're playing the Giants.
Yeah, I like the Giants though because they've been hot too.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the obvious
This came off
smart
a series.
choice is going to be the Giants, but like
This came off that series with the Dodgers where they played real well.
But as a baseball fan in general, I think it's going to be a good game.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good game. Next game is the Yankees at the Orioles. Yankees are -1.5 on the run line, -250 money line. Orioles are +205 money line. Over/under for this game is set at 10. Got Montgomery on the mound for the Yankees. Ellis on the mound for the Orioles. Yankees have won 3 in a row. Montgomery is 5-6 with a 3.71 ERA. Orioles are the worst team in the league at home. They're 22-51 at home.
They're the worst team in the league, period.
And then their pitching's terrible. Ellis is going to be on the mound for them. He's 1-0 with a 2.0 ERA. But this is only his second start of the season. He's usually coming out of the bullpen. I like the Yankees here at the -1.5 on the run line, just because the money line -250 is too steep. The Orioles did play the Yankees tough last night. Yankees won 4-3 last night.
I think the Yankees make it 4-0.
And I like the under the 10.
Oh, yeah. I would go under the 10 also. Because, I think it's just going to be the Yankees putting up runs.
Yeah, that's what I think. Then you have the Tigers at the Rays. The Rays are -1.5 on the run line, -220 money line. The Tigers are +184 money line. Over/under on this game is set at 8.5. Tigers beat the Rays last night. Tigers have Alexander on the mound. He's 2-2 with a 4.09 ERA. The Rays have lost 6 of their last 10 games. Ends on the mound for the Rays. He's 1-0 with a 3.38 ERA. I like the Tigers here as road dogs. They're playing good right now. Rays have been kind of struggling. I think the Tigers are just going to catch the Rays at the right time, where they're hot and the Rays haven't been. So I would lean toward the Tigers here.
Well, the Rays are like the second or third best team in baseball, though, this year.
Yeah, they just have their problem with biggest problem with the Rays is they're inconsistent on inconsistent offense. They can score 10 runs or they go out there and not score any at all. There's a lot of times there's no in between.
Yeah. That's been a lot of teams this year.
Yeah. Then you have the Astros at the Rangers.
Don't even get me fucking started on this series.
You have Astros -1.5 run line, -220 on the money line. Rangers are +184 on the money line. The Rangers have won 7 of their last 11 games. They have Otto on the mound. He's 0-1 with a 6.92 ERA. Astros have Valdez on the mound. He's 10-5 with a 3.26 ERA. I like Astros here, but -220 on the money line is a little steep, so I'd probably go to the -1.5 on the run line.
I'm going to stay away from this game. I said this Rangers are my team, and I have a burning hate for the Astros like no other team in baseball. So, like... So I tend to not use my head correctly whenever I'm picking this game. I mean, it's always a great game to watch. I always love watching it. Say hell, because they always play each other so damn tough.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, I think Astros, I believe, won last night's game.
They whooped the shit out of them the other day. Like, put 13 on them or something. I don't think there's been a team that's had 10 plus runs put on them in a season more than the Rangers have this year.
Orioles would probably be up there with them.
Bring Nolan back.
I don't understand what that.
They need to bring Nolan back as the GM.
I don't know why they keep just rebuilding. They don't give a chance to turn into anything.
The 2 or 3 players that they have, on their rebuild that are actually doing something. They end up getting rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't give
Like
it a chance to grow.
back to back years, they've gotten rid of their best two or three pitchers. They've gotten rid of their best 2 or 3 hitters. I mean, look, they got rid of Odor, Elvis Andrews, Joey Gallo, Lance Lynn, and Kyle Gibson.
Yeah.
All within like the last year. Hell, not even that, maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
And like that's the heart of your team right there. Like, how you gonna sit there and give away the heart of your team?
Yeah, I don't know how they expect to rebuild when you don't give the players long enough to develop or anything. You got to have some patience. I know
It's hard, yeah, right, but still, like, geez.
All right, we're going to take a short break, then we'll be back and we'll jump into the football. That's all the baseball for today.
Ooh, Michael Brantley's out for the
So
Astros.
we'll take a short break, then we'll come back, jump into some NFL and some college football. Enjoy these clips from our YouTube page while we take a short break. We'll be back here in just a few. Let's try this one. It's all the Jake Paul hype yet. I think he's a good boxer. Do I think he's a high level and could compete with like professional boxers? No. Has he fought a pure striker or a pure boxer to where he could prove that he can box at a pro level? Not yet. Tyron Woodley's going to be the best striker he's fought. Tyron Woodley ain't a boxer, but Tyron Woodley's going to be the best pure striker that Woodley's fought so far. He fought an NBA player that was coming in with his head down and not even looking where he was throwing. Then he fought Ben Askren, and I'm a big Ben Askren fan. Ben Askren ain't known for his striking. I don't know why Ben Askren even thought he was going to get there and box. Ben Askren beat people by taking them down, holding them down, and pounding them somewhere they're on the ground. He wasn't known at all for his striking ability on his feet. Yeah, you can't take it away from him. Jake Paul, he's looked good in them fights. I think Woodley's going to be the toughest fight he's had so far, just because I think Woodley's the best striker he's fought. But I'd like to see him fight a boxer. You don't even have to be a top level boxer yet. Fight a mid level boxer everybody knows. See how it goes. If it goes good, move up in competition. But I'm not saying jump in against like Floyd Mayweather or somebody like that. Your first time fighting a professional boxer. You don't have to do that, but just fight somebody that's a boxer, not an NBA player, not a wrestler. Now you're fighting an MMA guy that, hey, can strike. I think Woodley's going to knock Paul's head off. I think Woodley is going to have too much power for him. I think Woodley has enough striking that he's going to be able to compete with him. I don't think Jake Paul's going to beat Woodley, but I'm not going to lie. I'm interested in seeing it on it's next Sunday night. Don't forget, we now have merch. Go check that merch store out. Also, on that same link as the merch, there is also a donation page there too if you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow. Check those out. Hopefully you find some merch on there you like. Right now we have a couple t-shirts for a t-shirt for each show, a hoodie, and a hat. I'm working on some more stuff. We'll have more merch coming out here real soon. But hit that merch store up. Check it out. Also, check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get the notifications. Also, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR, Gonzo Sports Room, if you just want the audio versions. All right. Again, real quick, because after seeing these fights over the weekend, it's back in my head. These UFC fighters need to band together, stand together somehow, join a fucking fighters union or whatever you got to do. You guys got to get paid more. There's no way anybody should be going in that cage and fighting like that and making like, for example, the dude that fought Sean O'Malley last week, that Chris Latino, if he wouldn't have got the fight they got the fight night bonus for fight of the night or whatever, so they got a 75,000 bonus. But if he wouldn't have got that, he was only going to make like 15 grand. And that's not counting paying his coaches or team, you know what I mean? Any expenses he has to pay, like coaches, team, any of that. Taxes. So hell, after taxes and paying everybody, he might have made like 8 grand for that, or 8 or 9 grand for that fight. There ain't no, that's not right. That dude took almost 200 punches to the fucking face. Got lucky, ended up making about 90,000 before taxes and paying everybody. So he ended up with a decent payday because it was fight of the night. But and there's a lot of cases, man. There's a lot of these fights. Some of these guys on these prelims are fighting for 5-6 grand. By the time you pay your fucking team, you ain't making shit. Maybe 3 grand. That's not enough to be getting in there like that. The fighters have to find a way to change that. The UFC makes too much fucking money to be paying the fighters like that. But they let them get it. I mean, until the fighters stand up and do something, they're going to keep. As long as they can get away with it, they're going to keep doing it. But it's crazy. But anyway, that's just a little rant of mine. But I think it's bullshit. I mean, UFC, not just in UFC, all fighters in MMA, they need to come together, start a union, whatever they need to do, whatever. But to fight to get better pay. Because there ain't nobody should be going in there and fighting in a cage and making 5-6 grand. That's terrible. Especially when you're fighting for a fucking $1 billion company like fucking UFC. I can understand if you're fighting for a little mom and pop outfit and they're not paying you much, but UFC, that's the highest level you can get in MMA. And you're making 5-6 grand for a fight, and that's before you even pay your coaches or your team or anything. No, that's bullshit. Talk about some of these rookie quarterbacks. First ones I want to talk about are the two that are competing for a spot here with the Indianapolis Colts. You have Jacob Eason and the surprises of the Colts training camp so far has been Sam Ehlinger, quarterback from Texas. Had a good college career. I don't think anybody, not even the Colts, expected him to be playing like be as far as long as he is now. When they drafted him, you have Easton, who they drafted last year. He played well in the preseason game. When it was announced that Carson Wentz was hurt and having surgery, everybody just assumed that Jacob Eason was going to be the starter until Wentz got back. And when I say everybody, I think even the Colts coaching staff and stuff at that time, when it was announced that Carson Wentz was hurt and having surgery. But I didn't even think the Colts coaching staff at that time didn't think that Ehlinger would be competing with Eason for the starting position. Then training camp started. A few days into the training camp, Frank Reich comes out and says that, or you get a report that's saying that Ehlinger was taking snaps with the first team, and then Reich comes out and says that they're both going to get snaps with the first team, but that Eason was going to start. Well, welcome back to the Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, Thursday, September 16th, 2021. We just got done breaking down today's slate of baseball games. Now we're about ready to jump into some football. All right, NFL tonight, Thursday night football. You have the New York Giants at the Washington football team. Washington football team is 3.5 point favorites, minus 184 in the money line. Giants are plus 154 in the money line. Over under for this game is set at 40.5. This game's a tough one for me right now because I like the Giants. I think the Giants have gotten better, but their damn turnovers by Daniel Jones scares me away from that some. But then you have the Washington football team who
don't really have a quarterback.
Fitzpatrick's out. They're starting Heineke. I know Heineke played good in that playoff game, but that's a short sample size. This is only going to be his third start. Giants have a pretty good defense as well.
So does Washington, though. I mean, they got a decent D.
Washington has a good D too.
As a Cowboy fan, I hope they both lose. Can we get a draw?
Me
tie?
Personally, I kind of like the Giants on at the plus 3.5 because I think it's going to be a close game. I think this could definitely be like a field goal game. So that's why I like the plus 3.5 with the Giants. It's the Giants are. If Daniel Jones can stop turning the ball over, they could be a good team. They went and got some weapons. Saquon's back, but I mean it's going to take him a couple games to get off that injury, get in the groove. Hopefully he runs the ball better tonight. But Washington has a good defensive line. That's their strength with Chase Young and them guys. I lean toward the under the 40.5 under the 40.5 because of both these defenses. I can see it being like a 20-17 game or something like that.
Especially since the Redskins don't have their starting quarterback. And you said Daniel Jones is sometimes turnover prone.
What are your thoughts on it? I think I like the Giants at the plus 3.5.
Yeah. I don't know enough about Heineke yet to see, to give him a proper assessment of like how I think he would play. But with Fitzgerald in there, I think I would have leaned more towards Washington. But without Fitzgerald and without really knowing what Heineke can do, I mean, yeah, we know he's not a terrible quarterback, but can he lead a team for a while? We don't know that yet. But on the flip side, can the Giants quarterbacks stop making big turnovers? Is Saquon going to be Saquon? And if he is, then I think that right there alone is going to help and give the New York Giants that advantage.
It's going to be an interesting game to watch tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. Be pretty good, probably. It'll be good because both the defenses are going to show out. Or it's going to be a high-scoring game because they're both going to suck ass,
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but you never know. That's only an NFL game tonight. And, of course, we have Sunday games. We'll talk about some of that in a minute, but let's move to the other game we have tonight in college football. Actually, there's two games. I didn't see this other game on here until just now. You have Alabama A&M against Bethune-Cookman. I didn't see that game on there until just now. I would lean toward Alabama A&M on that at the minus 2.5. But the other game tonight, we have Ohio Bobcats against the Louisiana Lafayette. Louisiana Lafayette's minus 19, or they're 19.5 point favorites.
I was going to say, I would figure they probably would be.
Minus 1,300 on the money line. Ohio's plus 730 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 56.5. I like Louisiana Lafayette in this game to cover the 19.5. I think they'll win by 20 plus.
The Raging Cajuns.
I want to take the over on the 56.5, but I just don't know how many points Ohio will score. So, because I think they'll score, even if they score 20. Yeah, I think I would lean toward the under, the 56.5.
It's a lot of points, especially about two teams that aren't like powerhouse,
Well, I can see Louisiana Lafayette scoring in the around 30, but I don't see Ohio scoring 20 or more. So I would go with Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette minus the 19.5, and then I also like the under the 56.5. All right, let me find something else we'll talk about real quick before we give out the picks of the day and get out of here. But I gotta find which page I wrote it on here. There it is. All right. Yesterday, I gave out my NFL power rankings on the GSR show. I thought we'd go run through them real quick. At number 20, I have the Baltimore, or actually at 19, because I forgot. I had one team listed twice. So actually, it's just in my top 19, because I had to add a 20. I had the Arizona Cardinals listed twice on here.
Damn, they played so good, Chris. You had them twice.
I had them at 11 and at 8, and I noticed it when I was reading through it. But so at 19 would be Baltimore. The 18th team I had was the Los Angeles Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas.
18 I have the Dolphins. At 17 I have the Tennessee Titans. 16. Wait a minute, I messed that all up, didn't I? Yeah. 15 would be the Pittsburgh Pirates. 14, the New England Patriots. 13, I have the Dallas Cowboys. 12, I have the Indianapolis Colts. 11, Los Angeles Chargers. 10, Green Bay Packers. 9, I have the Buffalo Bills. 8, Arizona Cardinals. 7, San Francisco 49ers. 6, I have the Seattle Seahawks. 5, Cleveland Browns. 4, the New Orleans Saints. 3, Los Angeles Rams. At 2, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. And at 1, for my Week 2 power rankings, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Any of those you think should be different?
I think you got Green Bay way too high. Green Bay is not better than the Colts or the Cowboys. They should be.
I think there will be. That's just one game.
I don't think they will be. I think you got two guys, and it's their main two guys. Neither one of them want to be there.
But you can't overreact for one game. So we'll see what happens this game, and then I'll adjust for Week 3.
I'm not saying about their play. I'm just saying about how much is that going to spread through the locker room when your two best players on your team don't want to be there anymore. I mean, some guys may be like, "Hey, y'all get the fuck out of here. Let somebody else step up if y'all don't want to be here." You know, there's going to be a guy or two that's going to do that, but like, how good are they compared to Devontae and Rodgers? Like,
yeah,
Jordan Love and who? Like, I don't know. I think they're going to have too much. That right there, just knowing that your two stars are not going to probably be there next year and don't want to be there this year. I think that's just going to do something in the locker room that's going to just make them like, hey, you know what?
Biggest problem.
To hell with this season. Let's ride this season out and just start over next year.
Biggest question I have with the Packers is their offensive line because Bakatari's out.
Well, that's that too. I forgot all about that.
That's my biggest question with Bakatari out, but
probably, if not the best lineman, at least top 3 best linemen.
Going into Week 1, I would have had the Packers a lot higher than 10. So dropping them, I basically dropped them down to 10, and then see what happens this week, and then they might drop lower. Because going into the season, I had the Packers up there top 5 or 6 going into the season but they didn't look good at all Sunday. That's for sure.
And I mean, not to sound biased or anything, because they're my hometown team, but Dallas, like, they played a hell of a game, and they should have won that game. But that missed field goal and that missed extra point came back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
I would probably put them at maybe where'd you have them?
I have Dallas at 13.
Yeah, I would have probably put them at least 9 or 10, maybe. Me personally. I mean, because hell, they took the number 1 team and should have beat them.
Yeah, but also in that, you can also look at the other way where they had 3 or 4, they had all those turnovers and still didn't win the game.
Right.
What if Tampa Bay plays a clean game? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it can go both ways. Same thing with the Colts. I had the Colts at 12, but that can go both ways because the Colts, they lost. That was a terrible loss by the Colts. But I've also seen the Colts look like that in week 1 and then go on and play good. So, you know.
And also it's against the Seahawks, who are going to be one of the probably top 5 best teams in the league.
I had the Seahawks at 6 right now.
Yeah.
I have the Browns and the Saints and the Rams, Chiefs, and Tampa are my top 5.
That's the only thing that on that one in the top 5 that I think would probably change is
Maybe the Saints.
the Saints and the Browns. Are they going to stay steady?
I think the Browns are going. I think the Browns are probably going to win the AFC North this year. I think they're going to win their division
It's cool. It's a good possibility.
if they can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Saints, I think the Saints are going to be right there. And if Winston can play like he's capable of and doesn't have a lot of turnovers, New Orleans is going to be tough.
I've said it
Because they have another element that they haven't had the last 3 years. Now you have to watch out for the deep ball. You can't just drop back, play zone, and try to keep everything in front of you like you could with Drew Brees.
And not even
You
that.
know what I mean?
He's more mobile
Yeah.
too. Like,
Because with Brees, teams knew they weren't going to throw the ball deep, so they could play zone, just try to keep everything in front of them, make the tackles. Now you can't do that with Winston because, and he throws a beautiful deep ball, dude.
man. And if you're too deep on him and you leave wide open space, he's going to run on you.
Yeah, and I mean, you still look at the weapons they still have.
Yep.
Michael Thomas, I know he has problems there, but he's
And
tough
he's
right
out,
now.
but
But they still have
he'll be
some other
back,
good receivers.
yeah.
And then Kamara's one of the best. He's right up there, in my opinion, as one of the best backs in the league.
at least top 4 or so, I would say.
Because honestly, he should have been higher in the MVP conversation last year. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought Rodgers deserved MVP last year, but you could have put Kamara right up there because if the Saints went last year as Kamara went.
Basically. Yeah. Especially whenever Taysom Hill was starting.
So when Taysom Hill was starting, it's actually weird. And this was a crazy thing. 'Cause I had Alvin Kamara on my fantasy team last year, and he was killing. But when Breeze went out and Taysom Hill came in, you would have thought that they would have ran the ball more. So you would have thought Kamara would have been more involved. It was the opposite. Kamara was less involved in the offense. His numbers went.
That seems odd.
Yeah, but his numbers went way down when Taysom Hill came in. I don't know if it's because they were trying to run the ball with Hill or what, but his numbers went way down. And the reason that could be, is with Hill, the defense, they're not respecting the pass, so they're going to put an extra guy up. They're going to put extra guys up in the box.
Yep.
Now you're trying to run against a heavy
Exactly.
box. But yeah,
And then Taysom Hill is basically a running back himself.
Kamara's numbers, dude, just it cost me the league last year because it was right at our playoff time. Well, then the next week, fucking Kamara goes off for 6 touchdowns or some shit.
I wouldn't have expected that.
Because I was killing last year because when Kamara was a big part of it. Because he was about 30 points a game most games. But not when Hill came in. And I was expecting to go the other way.
Right.
It didn't. But all right. Let's look ahead at a few of the NFL games real quick before we give out the picks. If I can find them. No, I don't want to look at Indiana college games. What in the hell?
While you look that up, I'm going to go ahead and give out my weekly Premier League picks for soccer for the Premier League in England. And of course, I'm going to start out with my favorite team, Manchester United. They're playing West Ham, and I got Manchester United to win over West Ham this week. I've got Liverpool over Crystal Palace. Should be a pretty easy game for Liverpool. They're one of the better teams in the league. Crystal Palace isn't. So I got Liverpool in that game. Man City, I got them to win over Southampton. Man City's also one of the best teams in the league, and Southampton's a decent side, but they're not up there with Man City yet. And then, which should be a very good game against Aston Villa versus Everton. I'm going to pick Everton on that one. I just think they got a little bit more pace and a little bit... they're a little bit deeper squad than Aston Villa is. And then the last one, which is going to should be a hell of a game this weekend. It's Tottenham against Chelsea. And Chelsea's not done me wrong yet. Tottenham's hot right now. They got a new coach. They've been playing high, but I don't think that they can handle Chelsea. So the only thing that Chelsea got me last time was because Reece James got a damn red card, and they were playing 10 against 11 men over half the fucking game. But I like Chelsea on that one. So my 5 for this week is Man United over West Ham, Chelsea over Tottenham, Everton over Aston Villa, Liverpool over Crystal Palace, and Man City over Southampton. And that's match day 5 of 38. Get those ones in. Last week I went 4-1, and the one was another damn red card. The only 2 losses I've had so far are because of red cards. And red card can change the whole outcome of a game. But they're not, you don't see them that often, so it's hard to just to think, hey, there's going to be a red card in this game. It's one of those just things that aren't that often, really. And I've had 2 of them in back-to-back weeks. So, or if not, I've been 5-0 in both. So better put your picks in on those ones if you want to win some easy money. That's all I got for Premier League this week.
All right. Before I give out the picks I have for baseball, a couple of these NFL games, we'll break them down a lot more tomorrow on our Friday show, and of course I'll put out all of our NFL picks and stuff up on our social media accounts. But got the Raiders at the Steelers. I think that could be an interesting game. Both teams coming off wins.
Raiders look pretty good, man.
Yep. And that for the Raiders, that was a comeback win.
Yeah.
Another game in that game there, man, that could be real interesting. I think that's going to come down to if
last possession.
It could. Of course, I'm real interested in the Rams at the Colts. Colts have another tough game. Colts offensive line better step up this week because they didn't play very good last week, and now you're playing against one of the better defensive lines.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Aaron Donald.
Yeah, if they don't watch out, they could be in a lot of trouble this week.
And their secondary is going to have to play better, or Stafford will burn them deep all day long. I know a lot of people think, that Stafford's not that good of a quarterback because he's been in Detroit, but Stafford can play.
Yep.
I think people are going to realize that this year now that he's on a better team.
I thought Stafford should have went to the Colts. I thought he would have been a perfect fit for the Colts.
That's what I was hoping, but the Rams came over the top of everybody.
Yeah.
Bills and Dolphins, that could be an interesting game. Bills coming off a loss. Dolphins got like a 1-point win, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Patriots at the Jets. You got to like the Patriots in this game. Bill Belichick usually eats up rookie quarterbacks. So I would say you have to be favoring New England on that game. 49ers and Eagles, that could be a good game. Eagles look pretty good their first game of the season. Saints and Panthers, I don't think the Panthers are going to have enough for the Saints. Vikings and Cardinals, I think the Vikings don't have enough firepower to hang with the Cardinals either.
If they had a better quarterback, I mean, you got Jefferson and Thielen and Cook and I forgot. Their tight end got hurt. He's on the IR.
Their defense is the thing that has to play better for.
You're getting a few guys that are starting to age a little bit.
Buccaneers at Falcons. Tampa Bay should win that one pretty.
Yeah, they should spank them.
Cowboys and Chargers, that could be a good game. Both teams look pretty good week one. Tennessee and Seattle. Tennessee didn't look good week one.
Yeah, I look for them to right the ship, though, and start getting shit clicking.
Sunday night, you have the Chiefs at the Ravens. That could be a good Sunday night game.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good game.
And then Monday night, you have the Lions and Packers, and that game is always a good game. It don't matter what the records are or what that divisional game. It seems like the Lions and Packers is always a crazy game.
About like the Vikings and Packers.
Like I said, we'll go through and break the games down tomorrow. I just wanted to kind of take a look at some of them. I'm interested in the night's game. Giants at the football team.
At the football team.
All right, let's get to my baseball picks. Baseball picks for today. I like the Giants money line against the Padres. I like the Reds money line against the Pirates. I think the Reds are finally going to get back on track. I like the Yankees -1.5 against the Orioles. And I like the Astros -1.5 against the Rangers. That's going to be my 4 baseball picks for today. And then in the night's football game, I'm gonna go with the Giants plus the 3.5. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I like having the hook there. So that's going to be my picks for today: 4 baseball and 1 football. Actually, no.
You gonna do college?
Take that back. I'm gonna take the. I'm actually gonna give that game too. I'll take Louisiana Lafayette minus the 19.5. So I have the Yankees -1.5, Astros -1.5, Giants money line, Reds money line, the New York Giants football team plus 3.5, and Louisiana Lafayette minus 19.5. That's going to be my picks for today. You have it? You have any other ones there?
No, I'll recap mine real quick. I got Man United to win over West Ham, Chelsea to beat Tottenham, Everton to beat Aston Villa, Liverpool to beat Crystal Palace, Man City to beat Southampton. There's one game that I want to take and pick who everybody would consider the underdog, but I don't want to hurt my record in case. But the Leicester City and Brighton game, I think is going to be a hell of a game, and I think Brighton's going to come out on top on that game. I'm not gonna pick it, but if I was to pick that game, I would pick Brighton on that one. It's going to be a good game. They're both about equal on where they're at. I think that's about all I got for this week. Also, don't forget for this weekend, if you're looking for stuff to do around Muncie, don't forget the Washington Street Festival is this weekend. Come out Saturday, September 18th, to the Guardian Brewing Company. They're having a Oktoberfest party going on there. It'll be a good time, so y'all come out, drink some local brewed beer.
All right, before we get out of here, first got one announcement. We've been advertising that we're going to have a interview today on at 5 p.m. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, that's going to have to be postponed. We're still going to have the ladies' man Mike King on the show. He just isn't going to be able to be on today. So we will let you guys know when that's going to happen. We'll get that rescheduled here real soon. Also, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, Monday through Friday. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and that's at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breakercast, Pocket Cast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us.
Yep.
Follow us on social media. That's where we make all of our announcements. We post all of our picks for Easy Money. Announce like interviews and stuff for GSR. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. Also, check out our merch store.
Merch store. Streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. Get that merch. It's about to start getting chilly now in the morning, so get your hoodies, your long sleeve tees, your beanies.
You guys need to all go out and get this this shirt we have up here on your screen right now. It's the it's the Missing Steve shirt.
Where's he at? We don't know.
Go out, buy this shirt. Help us find Steve.
Help us find Steve. Where are you?
Like it says on there, you can contact Gonzo Sports Room. Most people know about this running joke, but if you don't know,
he's not really
he
missing,
ain't really
guys.
missing,
He's not
but
really missing.
But this is that's one of the shirts that's on there. So go check out that merch store. There's also a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we'd appreciate that as well. That link one more time is streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch.
Get that What's Up Motherfucker shirt.
You can find it. You can find that link in the video description, or it's in the bottom, or it's going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. Well, before we get out here, you have anything else, Eric?
Be on the lookout at our Facebook page and our Instagram page for our upcoming stuff. We got some stuff coming up. We got DCCW Harvest Havoc 3 on October 3rd at Mad Jackson Muncie. So all y'all get out and support local wrestling company, and we'll be there live streaming. So come out and join us live and have a night of good fun. You'll have some couple WWE legends and Hall of Famers, Gangrel, Boogeyman, Rikishi. I heard he's supposed to be there. You're gonna have kendo sticks and chairs, and it's gonna be a good time. So come out and show support. It's $15 general admission, I believe, right? And they have a VIP packet or second row VIP.
There's not very many.
There's not very many left, so you better jump on those now while you can. They're $35 a piece, and you get a picture with Boogeyman and Gangrel on it that they will autograph for you. You get in at an hour early, so you get in at 3 o'clock instead of 4, so that way you can beat the line and meet the WWE superstars and Hall of Famers. So should be a good night. So come and join us. Join GSR for Harvest Havoc 3, October 3rd, Mad Jackson Muncie.
Yeah, if you need tickets, you can contact Coondog Terry Coons, or go to the Delaware County Championship Wrestling Facebook page. Send them a message. Somebody will get back with you real quick. Also, contact me. I can get you tickets. Contact me on social media or whatever, and we'll make sure you get the ticket you need. I think Holden Marine also can get you with the tickets, or get
Shout
you
out to Holden.
or can get you with somebody that can get you tickets. So there's a lot of just get a hold of somebody. We'll make sure you get the ticket you need, but don't wait.
Yep.
This show's probably going to sell out.
Especially if you want those VIP.
Yeah, this show's probably going to be a sellout, so you want to get your tickets now before they're gone.
And don't forget Saturday, in the same Mad Jack's building as the Guardian Brewing Company. So go out there and Oktoberfest Saturday for that. What else we got? We got anything else?
Saturday we'll be live for the UFC Fight Night. Of course, the name's going to Span versus
I can't remember right now.
Anthony Smith.
I'll
UFC Fight Night, Smith versus Span.
be at Oktoberfest. Come see me at Oktoberfest.
Prelims, I believe, start at 4. Main card starts at 7. We'll be live for that with the live watch along and reactions. I'll get a post made, or I'll put out a graphic here in a little while with the exact time that we'll be going live. Once I talk to the other guys, see who's all available and what time they can be available. But all right, anything else, Eric?
Shout out ladies man Mike King. Can't wait to where we can get that rescheduled and get you on here. That's gonna be a good one when we can get that in. But best wishes and everything to him. And so,
All right, we hope to see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 for Easy Money, and again at 1 p.m. Eastern for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Hope everybody is having a great week. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
be safe. Peace.